7-Eleven, and time to explore the world of technology, robots, AI, all the fun and exciting and sometimes terrifying things that are happening in that world. Chris Abel, our tech expert, is joining us. Good morning to you, Chris.
Good morning, Joanne.
Listen, we'll get to Wimbledon in just a bit because I'm so curious about what's going on over there. But this is kind of the end of an era in video games. We're saying so long to the game discs. You used to slide them into that machine.
Yeah, this is something that's always been a part of video game culture, whether it's a cartridge that you had to blow on to try to make it work again. And it's just a big part of physical media is the fact that you can trade games with your friends.
That's
you can
true.
say, hey, I played this game. It's awesome. You got to try it out. Or the fact that, when a new game comes out, you take your old games to the store, you trade them in so you can buy the new game. Well, Sony has announced that starting off in 2028, they will cease to produce games on disc anymore. Everything's going to be a digital download.
Wait, but do you have to keep paying for it? Like, when you buy a movie on Apple, for example, you own the movie as long as you can pay for Apple, right? So how does that work for the games?
You've hit upon it exactly in that what we just saw with Grand Theft Auto 6, which pre-orders already began, people are beginning to realize that that is true. At first, it seems like, okay, you just pay your $80, you get a code, you download the game, great. But then, they offer, there's extras you can get. And if you sign up for the subscription service, then you can get more extras added to it. But then people were realizing that built into the subscription service is an auto-renew.
Oh, boy.
So then it's up to you to sort of cease having to pay for something that you already paid for.
Yeah.
And again, as I pointed out, there's nothing physical there. So it's not something that you can sell later on. The used market will disappear.
Wow.
For me, I've had arguments with executives about this for 20 years. I remember talking to Xbox's Jay Allard, and he was trying to convince me, no, you'll just get a box, you'll plug it in, and you'll play games without actually downloading them even. And I said, look, the problem is you're taking something cultural and changing it. It's not just logistical, but you're making games disposable.
Yeah.
You're treating it like it's toilet paper when it should be like art. We should covet, we should celebrate, we should cherish it for years.
Yeah, and you don't really own it then, right? Because should the subscription model change or should you not pay for the subscription or something happens, like you don't physically have it in your hands anymore, right?
Exactly. I mean, it's something that these things should have a permanency to it. We're just starting to see some of the early Super Mario games going on sale at auction houses and earning like $100,000.
Oh my goodness!
Like art, and that's something that is a good thing. Even though video games companies don't make money off of that, but still, you and I, it's art. We should celebrate it. We should love it.
And it's something that brought so many people so much joy. Okay, interesting. Let's head on over to Wimbledon, where the robots are mimicking tennis stars. Explain.
This is awesome. So sometimes you can get a machine that can serve a tennis ball, and people will practice against that. Well, this year they have a robotic version. And what is great about the robotics is they can program it to perfectly emulate some of the biggest legends in tennis. So now you can face off against a robotic arm that can perfectly match the elevation, the dynamic, and the serving speed of stars like John McEnroe, for example, or Andy Murray.
Wow.
And so it's amazing for you then to go onto the court and see, okay, how would you do facing off some of the biggest legends out there? And the speed in terms of these serves coming in is pretty impressive. So you have somebody like, Andy Murray could serve a ball at 145 miles per hour. The most popular, they say, is Emma Raducanu. She serves a ball at 110 miles per hour, so there's a chance you actually hit it back. But last year at Wimbledon, Giovanni Pericon broke the world record, serving a ball that was measured at 153 miles per hour. Just incredible. So they've actually programmed the machine to do that. And I can imagine that the lineup of people going in and just failing again and again against the
Well, I mean,
that
listen,
has to be entertaining.
They're giving it the old college try, Chris. Okay, this next story is interesting because explain this to us. So some safety music that warns workers of factory dangers. Explain to us exactly what this is.
So the issue that they're trying to solve is that if you are someone that you work in a factory, and the factory can be very loud, and you're trying to do your job, it's hard to have kind of situational awareness as to what's happening around you. And you have lots of large machines that can be very dangerous. You're trying to avoid sort of safety problems. Well, how do you make somebody aware of these large machines around you, especially as we get into the age of robotics?
Yeah.
Because you have robots that are moving very fast. They said what they realized was that music in movies does an excellent job of letting you know when danger is coming nearby. Jaws is a great example. That music, dun, 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 not only lets you know that Jaws is nearby, it knows exactly how far the proximity is. You can tell by the music whether the shark is close or getting closer, the way the music builds up, bum, 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 bum. And so they decided, okay, let's create a safety system where you wear a pair of headphones. And as soon as the machine comes near you, the music starts, you know it's nearby, and as it gets closer to you, the music builds up and becomes louder.
And it's in your headset, so it sort of counters the loud noises in the factory. Although, if I heard the Jaws music, I'd be running out the building. So, I mean, but it is a step in the right direction. Chris Abel, it's always so interesting to chat with you. Go give Chris a follow. He's at Real Chris Abel. That's KRISABEL on Instagram. Chris, have a fantastic Sunday. We'll chat again next weekend.
You too. Thank you.